Okay, stream is back now. Alright. Hopefully you guys can still see the stream. And we're still good to go. Yeah, so far I've basically just been using, like, the Gunzerker is definitely like the best character to use as a main character. Not necessarily the best character to start the game with. Probably the best character to initially start. Like, if you don't want to die consistently, good to play as a soldier or as Maya. Oh shit, get away from these dudes. But if you want a main character that's just good for everything, then the Gunzerker for sure, man. It's just starting off is really shitty because you don't get the best selection of guns to choose from. Like, Gunzerker is like pretty useless when he's not geared out like I am, but once he starts getting gear, he's absolutely insane. He's the best character in the game once you start getting gear. Like, these dudes are OP level 4 and I'm using an OP 1 gun. And it's just destroying them, so. Plus all the projectiles I'm getting. You get bonus projectiles with the Grog nozzle as well. So it just increases it just so much more. Don't explode. Alright. Hopefully I have enough iridium. Yep. If I didn't, that would have sucked. Alright, let's see how we go. Okay, so I want to get this Gunzerking ready to go first. And we'll throw out our magic missiles as well. Hopefully we can kill him at this level. Alright, let's finish this. Okay. His little wheel. His little wheel. And his fucked up chin. And his neck that goes through a piece of metal. He's got metal going through his neck. Lego. And let's see how we do. Ah, no, we got fucked. Okay, so I need those grenades to pull him in. lobbed singularity things, whatever they're called. No, that's gonna do it. Maybe cause a standard explosion. Give him a few more attempts. I need to shoot these dudes down. Definitely not going to be a easy farm, but do it a legit way. Oh, and he's back. And just healing him again. Oh, shit. Kill it. Can I kill this thing completely? Can't, can I? Oh. Well, I'm dead. Maybe we can bring him down to at least 80. I need to make him possible. Oh shit, I just realized my character's face has been pulled back here. I thought that was like a hoodie or something, but no, that's actually my character's face has just been ripped out and the skull has come out of it, and then you've still got the beard there just sitting there. Yeah, that's fucking that's messed up. I didn't realize that was that's his ear, that's his hair, and then his eyes are like, there's his little eyebrow, and then his like eyes are mushed. Yeah, that's the inside of his head. Didn't realize that with this this head customization. Reload speed, I need that more than anything. Let's see, what should I do? Yeah, so let's damn, then we're gonna go back to the freaking start of the goddamn map. Yeah, alright. Let's bring it down to something a little bit easier. I feel like we're going to end up just making it this. But this will tell me whether or not he will descale, because I descaled. I'm sure it will, but just testing. But what I'll do if this doesn't work out is do the bar, and then just buy myself a level OP level 4 Herald, and just use that. But I'm pretty sure I should wreck him, because this is one level above 80. But if I can get a level 80 Northfleet, then I can farm the bar a lot faster and get the coins a lot faster, and then also buy the double penetrating Unkempt Herald. So it's all all different strategies to get myself through the OP levels. Because I can do the bar brawl. I can do the bar brawl with the Herald sometimes. But it's not as good as having a Northfleet, that's for sure. Also, I've got a controller that I've been using. That's a good thing about Borderlands, is that it's not internet dependent, which means you won't get freezing, as well as you can just plug in a controller and just play with that if your hands are getting sore or something. Because I never stop. I'm never not using a computer, because I work with computers as well. So sometimes I just want to use a controller or something, and it really helps. Alright, let's see if we can get him. Might have to switch to the B shield. So he's 82 now. Alright, that's a bit better, I think. Well, that actually didn't make a hell of a lot of a difference. Let's get our B shield on. Oh lady. I think that's definitely the shield you should be using on Hyperius. Yeah, it's a lot easier now. Gonna get my B procced. It's on that grenade that pulls them in. Like that would really be useful. But I've got him now. I just, like, if I wore the B at the start of the fight, his shield would be down a hell of a lot more. Alright, there's money shots. Ah, he keeps getting that. Getting past his gate. There is bloody minions. Alright, so now that I have the B at the beginning, it's going to be a lot easier. Oh, the music's a bit weird there. I didn't respawn. Oh yeah, that's right. Because you have to turn it in before you can actually start farming him. Alright. Oh, at least he drops Seraph crystals now. He didn't do that in TVHM. But he does it in new VHM by the looks of it. Kill his minions so that they leave me alone while I'm trying to loot. Let's just ninja loot it. Also, the color of objects in this fight can be a bit misleading. Like Cash always looks like a legendary, and you can get a green and a blue overlap in color and it'll look like a pearlescent, but that happens with basically every fight. So what I'll do before turning that back in, actually no, I'll do it, why not? Tomorrow I think we'll just do Uranus on OP level 4. OP level 4. And I'm talking about the planet, not your butt. So once we turn this in, then we can keep farming him. Shade. That's his name, right? Shade? Yeah, Shade. Give me your missions. And then also we can get that shotgun, which is really nice from the Seraph thing. Is that shotgun? Oh, he's not selling it. All these weapons are shit. There's one shotgun that's really good. You can buy that's a Seraph item. Although I think it actually only spawns from Assiduous or whatever his name is. The spider boss from Hammerlock's DLC. Has that shield, and then you have to like use the interfacer to get past the shield. We're doing the Washburn refinery again. So we've turned it in. Oh, the reflections on this. Man, look at that. Look at that. We can solar flare. What are they called? God ray. They're called God rays. Looks better like that. Looks like I'm holding a rare piece of loot or something. It's sort of a nice SMG, isn't it? Tadler. Well, that was useless. I do need to get my crits up for my badass rank. My badass rank. I get second wins with SMGs, I can get another badass rank. He's a badass. And when they're slagged, everything kills them. As long as they're slagged. Yeah, bees really help, man. Bees just push you past content. Even after the nerf, bees push you past content. It's worth farming a bee, like, if you reset the game in UVHM, which is what I did a lot, you can go do the... man, brain farts tonight, man. Brain farts for days. You can do the friggin' Tiny Tina's DLC. And if you farm the tree ants, they will give you the bee. And that's like the quickest way to get the bee. You just reset UVHM and kill the tree ants, and you'll get a bee. Pretty much straight away. And then once you get your bee, just finish the main campaign. Whatever you want to do. Kill Uranus, let him level up. I might make a full like video guide on like the whole leveling process for people so that they don't have to use Gibbed, but now that Borderlands 3 is out, people probably won't really care that much. But might make it anyway. be a slight improvement from my last video on that. Man, Slag just fucking wrecks everything. Having to be at level 80 and killing level 80 enemies, they're an absolute pushover. Oh, I didn't hear one. And the music stops. Yeah, I need those grenades that pull them in. Alright, he's moving again now. And I'm dead. Once you go down, that's it, basically. I just need a really shitty grenade from the vendor that allows me to pull the enemies in. That's all I need. Nope, not that one. Child grenades. Sure, once I kill him enough, I'll get one of those grenades. So I think we've got all we can. I might just test things out with the sheriff's badge for a bit. I think I can get one with better stats, but see how we go. Yeah, so I think that is a bit better. Oh yeah, that's better. That is way better. The annoying thing with the grog nozzle is that randomly you lose damage, or randomly you lose fire rate, which means you lose healing. But it's the best healing weapon in the game, so can't really beat it. Alright, he's dead. Don't really know what I need Seraph Crystals for, but I'm collecting them. I'll just... oh no, it doesn't do it. Gun's pretty shitty, but I'll take it anyway. Alright. That was a lot of his health. As long as we keep shooting, we will keep healing. It's weird how the music stops there. Also noticed something weird with my game is that I don't see the target circles when going through the campaign. You know, the red target circles on the road would light up a really big red circle. For some reason I don't see those, but I don't know if there's something I have to change in my config files or something. Get that reset. Still need a grenade that pulls enemies in. A bit laggy when you look that way. I think the sheriff's badge is good with this fight because you get to the money shot a lot faster. You get to the money shot a lot faster than you would with the Shadow of the Seraphs. Alright. When Hyperius gets stunned like that, he's normally out of that phase. Oh yeah, he is. Completely now, I can kill him. Yeah, so when he does that little leap to the left, means his shield's completely down. He'll be at like 10% health or something. Get another one of them. Get to hear Hyperius say stuff now. He's gonna say, "Come meet your maker." I gotta get some pistol ammo every single round though. Which isn't a problem because I can sell the guns on the floor. Ah, shit. Dead. Pretty much have to give up straight away. Nothing you can really do about that. And I think it's fucked. Yeah, it's fucked. Alright, let's do Uranus. Fuck it. Do Uranus for a little bit. Increase and launch. So, might get ourselves a conference call. Hopefully. But a depot would be good too. So we want Helios fallen. So this is the path you'd follow basically after finishing the fight for Sanctuary. So fight for Sanctuary, very top of the fast travel, new DLC. Once you completely finish it, if you fast travel to the Helios Fallen, make your way towards Uranus boss fight, which will go, if you follow the way I'm going now. This is like the best way to scale and level in Borderlands, besides sham fleeting in the bar brawl. This is the next best thing. If you don't have an ore fleet, but you have a credit card, buy the DLC and do this. If you don't have a credit card at all, but you have Borderlands, then follow my fastest way to level up guide, because that's without DLC. Oh god. But if you include DLC, that is not the fastest way. Fastest way is the, just like, if you're probably Infinity Pistol glitch on the in Sanctuary. There's a guide that Baru did on that. And you can get someone that's pretty much OP level 8, just like one-shotting that test dummy. Over and over and over and over and over again, and then it just gives you a shit ton of experience. So that's the glitched way to do it, which is very optimal. And then you've got the badass brawl with the Norfleets, which should give you. But you'd normally do that with a bunch of friends. You just go in there, there'd be like OP8 or something, Norfleets, and just smashing it. And if you're like level 1, the second you step in that room, you'll be like level 50, like, just because like the experience that they're getting is being shared with you. So even by them killing one enemy, you're gonna get like, you're gonna get a shit ton of experience. Like you just walk in the room, you're level 80 in like no time at all. But you need friends with OP8 Norfleets, so if you can get that, then do it. You can also have people just give you gear. I normally don't like doing that because I like playing this game to feel as if I've progressed myself and done everything myself, which I have. Everything I've gotten in this game and leveled is entirely based on my efforts and not someone else's, and not Gibbs Saved Editor, which is just like, why even play the game if you're gonna just cheat your way to the end. So yeah. So So yeah, I just went down there. When you run into this room, you just go directly down here, take the lift down, and just run to where I ran to get the fast travel station. That way when you save and quit, you don't go all the way back to Helio Station again. Because that's happened to me. Even though you're getting this save icon up here on your top right of your screen, it's not actually saving your character's position. It only does it on that fast travel station back there. Now with Uranus, sometimes he will fire directly in your face. Other times, he will just shoot missiles over the top of you and you can just run straight towards him and he won't be able to hit you. But at the moment, with this run, he fired directly in my face. So I'm just trying to heal. This wasn't a good start, so let's just get behind here. Put that on. Take all this shit off because we don't need it. We just need those two. Cool. Alright. So money shots are saving me here. You'll find that in this DLC, you go down a hell of a lot more just with fighting enemies. Like they'll shoot you as you kill them. There's a lot of hot loaders as well. Pitchfork. And you get a lot of legendaries from this boss. So once you finish your OP8 levels, I'd recommend coming here and farming this boss for a long period of time. He'll give you all your legendaries. Get you sorted. He gives you way more legendaries than the warrior. It's very worth it. Alright. Let's reset this one. So once you save and quit, because I walked into that fast travel spot, this spot here, Fire Control Alpha, this actually isn't on the fast travel on the list of fast travel options, unfortunately. This gun's pretty good with the B because it has the split projectiles like the Sandhawk, so it's got to do a decent amount of damage. So OP4 pretty good. Probably gonna sell it. Just doesn't help me in the fight. It says screw you, pride. Don't you have more pride with two guns? Kill you, kill you, and kill you. Yeah, a lot of hot loaders. And see that corrosive as well? Oh, hellfire, nice. Shame I'm not a siren. Yeah, this guy gives really good experience. This is where I'm going to level my siren. I'll rush my way to UVHM, and then because every time you sign back in, he'll scale with your level. So I don't know if I don't know if Uranus scales with your level when you're on just like normal mode, but I'm sure he'll go to at least 50. He may be capped at level 50. Stream's going, but still good, but still good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Uranus is just completely capped at level 50. Most likely. Once you go to True Voltante mode, he must scale, hopefully, I don't know. But he definitely scales on UVHM. So that way, every time you kill him, the experience is just still going to remain good. Alright, he's dead, and soon I'm about to be dead, because that's what happens in this campaign. This is the only campaign where I've managed to die so many times after killing enemies. It just happens so frequently. New improved deliverance. I don't know how good this one is. I think you can reload it and throw it. Oh yeah, it's not that good. You can just throw it straight. I don't know why it's a legendary. I guess you can like snipe with it. Oh, keep yawning. Getting pretty tired. But yeah, tomorrow stream, farm Uranus a bit more. Actually, the thing I should be doing is Badass Brawl to farm those coins and then buy an OP level for Harold. Then I can do the OP level and get to level 5 and 6. Maybe 6 if I'm strong enough to get through it, but once I get to 6, I'm going to have to farm the coins again, buy another Harold. But once I get through all this process of buying unkempt, double penetrating unkempt Harolds, what I can do is when switching characters, because they're all already going to be in my vault, I can just switch it with my Siren instead of having to farm it all over again. That's why it's so good to do it on a do Borderlands 2 on a Gunzerker to begin with. Drop another legendary? No. Can't see one. Not under your feet or something. No, it didn't drop another legendary. Oh. He will drop them pretty consistently though. Oh. I'd switch to controller for a little bit. Controller's really good because you can just like lay back in your seat. And with using mouse and keyboard, you have to lean over your desk. Plus, my desk is pretty high up, so yeah, I'm using a controller now. So you can tell because the buttons at the bottom tell it's an Xbox controller. I've always been used to Xbox because that's what I've been raised with, rather than PS4. PS4, like, PS4's controllers are weird for me because whenever I use them, my thumbs actually touch, because like the joysticks are so close together that your thumbs touch. It's weird. Like sometimes you'll have to look left and move left as well. Like you'll have to move left and look left, and when that happens, your thumbs can touch. So with the Xbox controller, it's stretched out enough, and also the joysticks are like on opposite ends, so that when you do that, then your thumbs don't collide. But it's not like a major deal. Like you don't really do that action that frequently for it to be a problem. But it happens every now and then. You're just like, ugh, that's annoying. Yes, it does. I tend to just die after this boss every time, just because of damage over time. And that's where I thought that this skill would actually come in handy, but it's like it hasn't been doing anything for me. Oh, nice. It's an alright machine gun. But yeah, if you want iridium, best to kill the warrior. The warrior still gives you way more iridium than this dude. And what you can do is when you kill the warrior, or even like if you're OP level 8, then just kill Hyperius on normal mode, and he'll just drop iridium for you, and you can just keep running in and out of the map. I haven't been opening these chests either. You can do this every time you save and quit. Yeah, you can just farm Hyperius with the Infinity Pistol OP8 with like a B shield, and when you kill him on normal he'll be level 50, so you can just keep farming that iridium. I'll put on a bit of sound here. Let me hear this gun. This might be pretty good for the OP levels. Might keep this one. Let's sell some shit though. I don't like want certain things, like I don't want these. Don't need that, 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 don't need that. I just need things that are gonna push me through the OP levels that I can give to my characters. See how he's just shooting above you with those rockets? So you can get super close, get in super close and kill him. Otherwise, if he does the other attack, just hide behind these pillars and he won't be able to hit you. And you can get your B shield, you can get your B shield going. Bonus package. Electric chair. yeah, as you can see, he gives you a lot of shit. So I just want to find a grenade that pulls enemies in so that I can use it with the bots. Yeah, before exploding, yep. So that's one of them. I can use that on Hyperius now. But I want to get one that's slag. It's not a major deal, but it'd be good. I've pretty much, in Borderlands, let me just take these glasses off because underneath my headphones and it's starting to hurt. In Borderlands, majority of the time, the red chests are the only chests that are going to give you legendaries. Those other chests next to it that you saw, rarely ever drop legendaries. Like, I don't think I've probably only seen it once in like 5 years or something. So they rarely ever drop. People check them all the time, but they never drop legendaries. They probably drop legendaries as frequently as midgets jump out of these, which also is very rarely. It's rare enough that legendaries come out of those red chests, so really you're better off just killing the boss and not even caring about the chests. Just wait for him to... Okay, so he's doing the attacks I don't want him to do, so I'm just gonna... Okay, now he's doing the rocket so I can move forward. And his crit spot's that red light, so just aim for that. But you just gotta get lucky with RNG. Slagger. He drops infinities as well. So yeah, definitely wanna see if you can get that from him. Slagger is really nice. I'm gonna keep that. Another electric chair. OP3 though. That can go now. So can that, really. Yeah, so I'll just show you these chests. So, this one barely drops legendaries. Normally whites most of the time. So I wouldn't recommend even opening these types of chests. These are exactly the same. They rarely ever drop anything good. It's normally always greens and whites. And these are the best chests to get legendaries from if you are going to open a chest. They're the best chest variant that you can get. In terms of the best chest in the game to open, it's probably the ones in the treasure room. But yeah, because the ones in the treasure room can give you pearlescence and legendaries. I'm pretty sure this can give you pearlescence and legendaries, but definitely not as frequently as the treasure room. But yeah, if you are ever going to open a chest, make sure to open these only, Because you know, with these randomly generated games like this and Path of Exile, you just want to be rolling that dice as frequently as possible to land on a 6. That's pretty much what you do. So you just want, the more you roll that dice, the more you farm, the more chance you have of getting the weapons that you want to get. So the faster you do it, the more you do it, the faster you do it, the more chance you have of getting the items that you want to get. The more times you roll the dice, the more chance it has of landing on a 6. So the more chance you have of getting a legendary. So that's just how it is. With Path of Exile as well, like, pretty much you just keep running maps over and over and over and over and over and over again until you get that item that you want. And the faster you do the maps, the more currency you get, and the more items you can randomly get. What's this one? Looks interesting. Oh yeah, see how when I pick up cash it's not showing on my screen anymore? So that's because I've reached the maximum amount of money. Yeah, the cash isn't showing up. So that's so I got 99999, see at the very bottom there. So yeah, this dude, if you wanna OP2, that's terrible. Yeah, if you want to it's not the best on Iridium. He drops like bits and pieces. But yeah, if you want cash, for sure, he drops a lot of cash. And legendaries. Pretty much just cash and legendaries. He's dropped 2 conference calls for me. He's dropped this weapon, Slagger. He's dropped this Butcher for me. He's dropped this Infinity for me. He's dropped... He drops all of these types of grenades, so if you like the electric chair and all that, he'll drop those items for you. So this is the electric chair. Creates like a barrier around it that electrocutes anything that's in it, and then it also shoots out balls outside that barrier. So if we do this, so yeah, it's got like a circle around it, and then it shoots those conductors that point towards it. So anything within that circle will get electrocuted, and it's good for the grog nozzle because any damage when you have this weapon, the grog nozzle equipped will heal you over time. So it's really good. So he drops that. He drops. He dropped me this Gunzerker bonus package. I think he drops a lot of things that Wilhelm will drop, and Saturn, because he's, you know, like related to Saturn, I suppose, like Uranus, Saturn. I don't know how close the planets are to each other, but I might look at that later, see if there's actually any resemblance to distance. I never bothered memorizing how close planets were to each other. Some things I just never bother to learn because you just don't need it. I'd just rather do something else. Like, there's a lot of things I can memorize that I just never bothered memorizing. And for whatever reason I memorize things like like with my times tables, I memorized only certain times tables, not all of them. I could do it, like I could sit down for a day and just do it and memorize them and never forget them for the rest of my life. And it would come in handy every now and then. But I just can't be bothered. I've got a calculator, I've got all these different things I can use. And majority of the time, it's not needed, even when it is needed. Someone tells you it, you just take a few more seconds to think about it, that's all. It's not like an instant memory related thing, like 6 6s is 36, 6 7s is 42, 6 8s is 48. Like, normally you can just go up in 6s anyway, like from 12, like, you just go up. Like, I only memorized certain ones. I pretty much memorized my times tables in a pattern that allows me to figure out other times tables without having to put any thought into it. So if you know like 6 6s, like 6 7s are 42, then you just think of like, oh well, you know, what's the opposite of that? Like, then you know your 8s, you know, and then you just add up from that. Like 6 8s, then 8 6s would be the same thing, and then you just every time you add 8 to that, or you add 6 to that, it'll be oh no, it wouldn't be the same thing, but you get what I mean, I guess, maybe. It wouldn't be the same thing backwards. But once you find the pattern and you look at the similarity with other patterns, you just add up from there. But yeah, I hated math. I was good at it, but I hated it. Ah, shit. What's this? I hated it enough not to progress in it. But I knew what I was doing, I just didn't want to progress in it. Progressed enough to pass, and that was it. Oh yeah, also, Path of Exile has come out with a new expansion, which is quite interesting. It is Path of Exile 2, so pretty keen to check that out. It looks like they've redone the entire thing, like reskinned it, just done everything. There's a new mobile app as well, which I'm quite interested in getting. But if it's super dependent upon internet, then I'm gonna need a different like plan as well to run it. But if it's like completely offline, then that'll be good, because then I can play it without having to worry about constantly being connected to the internet. But I think it's going to be, my assumption is that it's going to be consistently online. So like if you get dropouts, then your character will die or something. Gunzerker. Yeah, he drops a lot of Gunzerkers. He drops that spectacle skin a lot. I've still been trying to get that spectacle skin for my character though. I think you have to kill the that worm boss in order to get it. Been struggling with him too though. Maybe when I'm OP level 8 I can kill him. Get that skin. But yeah, also I'm waiting for the Steam release of Borderlands 3. I don't want to get it on the Epic Game Store, and I know people that are waiting for it as well. So I'd rather just wait until they get it, and we'll do it together. We'll just play Borderlands together and all that. Yeah, it's been hard waiting for it. It has been very hard waiting for it. So that's why I've sort of started getting into Borderlands 2 again, because I wanted to properly finish this before getting into 3, which surprisingly I've done. I've completed all the DLC multiple times. I don't think there's a DLC I haven't done. I haven't killed the final boss of this DLC though. The worm boss thing. So that's one thing I need to do. All I found out about him is that you need to slag him to stop him from healing when he runs away from you in a phase transition. And also you gotta use, like, what you can use is, I think I put the shield away, but there's this relic, as well as there's the machine guns that you can get, these two, the toothpicks. So if you equip one of them, you can jump really high around the map, and that allows you to get behind him, because like you climb up on a rock face to shoot him. So I figured that out, as well as that there's a pattern to how, there's like a puzzle to the boss and how you're supposed to fight him. And once you figure out the puzzle, it's pretty easy. There's a boss in Dark Souls 3 that reminds me of the boss fight. So there's let's see, so Dark Souls 3 Dragon boss. Yeah, so Dark Eater Midir in Dark Souls 3 reminds me of the boss for some reason, because it's just like it's a really interesting fight. If you fight, if you've ever played Dark Souls 3 and fought Dark Eater Midir, he's just such a frustrating boss to play against. And then once you spend like days and days like understanding his movements and patterns and everything, and then you get used to it. Well, not like days, like maybe just like one day of gameplay. Then you learn all the patterns, you learn all the techniques. You just watch how he moves, and you just learn over time, and then it just becomes such an easy fight. It turns into like the most, like a fight that you just want to quit Dark Souls 3 over, to just the easiest thing that you can ever imagine. It's such a satisfying feeling. Which is probably why these games get so much craving, satisfying feeling from spending so much time on something that's so difficult. Oh nice, bada boom. Yeah, as you can see, it drops all sorts of different items. Heard the Badaboom is pretty good. Oh, it gave me the OP4 version too. Sweet. Now the Badaboom with this. Gonna give me way more projectiles. And I might be able to use my sham with it. Ah, I keep accidentally opening my achievements. There you go. Oh. Yeah, Borderlands 3 not released on Steam, and it's bloody disappointing. They need that money. They need that Epic Games money, man. But, you know, I doubt it, I'm sure it's worked for them. Because you don't, you know, I mean, a lot of people didn't want to wait that long for the Steam release, as well as, you know, the hype isn't all there, you know. A lot of the hype's going to die off the Epic Game Store. Especially like every streamer, every YouTuber that has Borderlands content has to buy it on the Epic Store, because all of their video content is gonna just go completely to waste if they wait that long, you know. Like, everyone's gonna get all the videos out, and you're just gonna miss the hype train, man. So I've decided to miss it myself, just to so I just don't want it on the Epic Store, man. I've got I'd rather save my money, man, and then wait till later. Plus, I'm sure a lot of people are going to rebuy it on Steam again. So then that's, you know, that's Gearbox getting twice as much money from people. Yeah, once it releases on Steam, I'll Baby Maker, I'll do like playthroughs, and I'll do this sort of like the stuff I'm doing now, just random streams on Twitch and stuff. Just progress a character. I'm thinking either Mose or that robot dude. What's his name? It's got a number in his name, hasn't he? What's his name? I'm terrible at remembering names tonight. My brain's just gone to shit. Oh, Flak. That's right, Flak. That's, the A is a 4. Yeah. Yeah, so Flak, I'm thinking number 1. Mose was number 1, but they did patch it. So they've already, like, destroyed Mose completely. So, yeah. So I guess Flak for all that crit damage. That's the only thing I can think of, like, that's overpowered at the moment. I'm always chasing, like, the most overpowered optimal character in any game. It's just how I've always played games, is just always chase down the most overpowered, freaking just broken characters, man. Because they're the most fun. Like, you don't want to just start a game with a lame character. Unless you enjoy their dialogue or something. Or you're into the story aspect of things, but I'm always into gameplay and making things as efficient as possible. That's what I've always been into. That's why I like making video guides, because I'm just showing people how they can also be efficient at the game. I'm just showing people things I've already done anyway, which you know, why not share it? Why not share it with everyone? Which you should almost always promote, like, if you find out something in a game that you think you should share with people, you should always just chuck it on YouTube and just get that content out there for people. Oh, hey, how's it going? Wreck It. Sorry, I didn't see a message. Had my phone down for a bit. When I move out and get some more room, I'll have a second monitor I can chuck it on. Love the fire rate on this, man. It's really nice. Might try it against him for a bit. Let's do the B. And it's an assault rifle, isn't it? I think so. Yeah, it is. So I guess you just go by the ammo. So we've got assault rifle. We've got pistol. Going from left to right, we've got grenades, pistol, assault rifle, shotgun, SMG, sniper, and rocket. So this has to be an assault rifle because it uses that ammo. Alright, so what does this do for us? It's useless. Filled to the brim. Oh yeah, these two. They're just ammo related. I need to get behind. Doesn't do enough damage. Nothing can beat these weapons, man. Nothing can beat them. But they have to have something that does this damage. They have to have something in the game. If they nerfed all of the good weapons, then people would have nothing left to kill enemies with. Like, if they got rid of the grog, they got rid of the they get rid of the grog, they get rid of the friggin' double penetrating uncammed Harold, the bee, the Sandhawk, the North Fleet. They just get rid of all those weapons, then no one would play this game anymore, because there'd be nothing to do. Like, that's why I'm already disappointed that they've nerfed Moze already, because like she's super crazily overpowered with the flakka and throwing grenades, just unlimited amount of grenades. And yeah, now it's gone, so she's just useless now. But I think they should have focused more on her special ability and less on the fact that she can throw unlimited grenades. Then that would be so much more less inclined to nerf. See how many hours sleep I'm gonna get right now. I'm trying to go for 8. It's normally my thing. I've got 8 hours and 45 minutes now, if I was to go to sleep now. So I'll drop him a few more times and we'll cut stream there. You may not have been able to hear me as clearly, but I'm just trying to keep my voice down because there's people sleeping. So I just have to try and not make too much noise. If I speak as loud as I could, which I'd really like to, I'd probably wake them up. So I'm just using my inside voice. Hopefully you guys can still hear it. Yeah, we know these do no damage against this boss, so we're pretty much forced to use deeper and a groggle nozzle. But I always like having the infinities by my side. Infinity's always been my favourite weapon. Even though it's not the most viable weapon, I just like it. Just added a whole new like aspect to the game when I first played it. I think I had an infinity drop for me when I first played Borderlands, and it was like my first drop, and it dropped from Doc Mercy, like the first time I killed him. And I pretty much just used that weapon, and then after a while, yeah, it just grew on me, man. It's just like my first weapon, was just really pumped to get it, really excited, and it was just that feeling that made me really enjoy the weapon. Especially like if you've got 2 of them, 2 infinities with the sheriff's badge and a B, you're just shooting non-stop, and it's a really useful tool for a lot of enemies in the game, as well as when you need to take cover from enemies. When you need to take cover from enemies, and you need to like hide away, or if you want to progress but then still fight enemies, you can use an infinity with a B and just hide away somewhere. But yeah, obviously the best character to have it on is Zero. He's just the best with the infinity. I tried an infinity build with Gage, and it's going alright as well. I'm stacking Anarchy, getting my accuracy really nice, and just getting my fire rate as high as possible, so using the sheriff's badge and the B and infinity, and just like swapping elements whenever there's different mobs in the game, so like slagging them with the grog, then swapping over to the and using the grog for healing, as well as a chain lightning. really useful. Oh, get him. Get him, come on, get him, get him, get him. Oof. Wasn't getting enough money shot chains there. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. I think with the Rough Rider you get way more money shot chains. So I really should just be using that instead of the B. It's fairly underleveled though. Just got real feel to the brim. So yeah, I'll check out all these class mods. I might kill him just one more time and then we'll cut it there. Just because I've got basically, I think it's like 8 hours and 30 minutes now till how much sleep I should be getting. But seeing as by the time you actually get into bed and then like start trying to fall asleep, it's like another 15 minutes or something, so at least for me it takes a while. Let's check out this Avenger. It's a nice weapon, very nice weapon. Feels very nice. Sure to be very good on a commando, because he's got that throwing skills going on. Again, another very nice weapon. Shame it's only OP2. This OP4, nice. I do like the look of the butcher though, like the butcher is just really nice. It looks really good too. Like it just looks really, really awesome. Let's get rid of that. We're definitely going to get another gunnerang. Gotta check out all these class mods. I'll check them tomorrow. Bonus package. Let's get rid of our Quasar. Keep the bonus package. Firestorm's good. Training lightning still good for healing. We'll keep that B to give to a level 64. Yep. So we'll kill him one more time and I reckon we'll end the video there. Let's get some ammo. Oh yeah, I gotta get rid of that. Get rid of that, favorite that, favorite that, favorite that, favorite that. And then I'll check those class mods tomorrow. And yeah, I like this gun, it's so good. Such a good weapon. it's just amazing. It's such a good weapon. The fire rate is just impeccable. You can zoom in, like you can aim from a very far distance, and the damage is really good as well. Like if you watch Master Kiz do his UVHM playthrough, he uses a butcher, like a slag variant of the butcher, or I think it might be either shock or slag. I think it's slag, but yeah, he just like you should see the damage on UVHM. You watch his last UVHM one, he uses it against Jack and the hero, and it's just tears them up. It's just really good. Which is just a really nice weapon. Something I'd like to get OP8 of, which you can just farm Uranus for. I can come back to this exact one and just scale into OP8 and farm him. So I've proven my theory that you can switch the OP8 levels and it will scale enemies. But once I get to OP8, I'm resetting the entire UVHM playthrough, starting it from the campaign and just doing everything on OP8. I'm going to get my Herald again. I'm going to just level everything. So I'm just going to be OP8 starting from the very beginning of the game. I'll probably do a playthrough and we'll just complete all the content in the entire game. Do every boss as well as OP8, and then start farming all our weapons, and then that'll be the last time we have to farm in Borderlands. We just get all our OP8 levels, and then after that this Gunzerker is just going to be used as a storage unit for all my other characters, because I've got all the progressive leveled guns, like all the Bs, all the Heralds, and all the OP8 levels. So I'm going to have Herald or Deepers on OP1 up to 8, so that when I bring my characters into the OP levels, they'll just have a Herald waiting for them, ready to go, and I don't have to farm it anymore. But yeah, that's the video, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this stream. And yeah, pretty tired, pretty quiet. But when we continue on tomorrow, I'll be wide awake, hopefully. Still adjusting my body clock, and yeah, we'll continue on then. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you dudes in the next video.